It's a rematch in Manchester. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC 304 between Leon Edwards and Belal Muhammad. And holding serve with a trend of rematches that the UFC has been giving us non-stop since 2022. Well, that trend holds strong here. However, both these fighters in our main event, Edwards and Muhammad, are each 1-0 technically in career rematches. That's pretty relevant considering they both showed the skills and ability to acquire new tactics and smartly implement on the night. At the time of this video, the odds makers and the public are siding with the sitting champ, Edwards, in the neighborhood of -265 with the comeback on your underdog, the challenger, Muhammad, in the neighborhood of +200. Now, seeing odds this wide doesn't surprise me. However, I would be careful in totally discounting a fighter like Muhammad. Not only does Muhammad have that dog in him and he'll fight for your money, so to speak, but he shows to keep improving his game on all facets. He is very determined if that 9-fight winning streak, so to speak, hasn't been enough to show you that already. Even when he's been rocked and dropped, he will come forward like a zombie and make it a difficult night at the office if you cannot put him away. Now, considering that Edwards' activity and being wrestled have been kind of his, on paper, eye tests, and kind of literal as far as like what's bothered him. However, he did some quiet work that he didn't really get credit for in the rematch with Usman. And even still yet, despite proving himself out in their rubber match, he still has, kind of some suspect detractors for the activity, and I can understand that. So with that alone, Muhammad does feel live. However, Muhammad, who, despite having a winning record against Southpaws, 5-2-1, well, regardless of the stance, he seems to really suffer a disproportionate of his strikes absorbed via left-sided strikes, also responsible for all his knockdowns in the UFC. Well, that's what Leon Edwards specializes, from those elbows off the break to that classic southpaw double attack. So I'm going to be siding with Edwards here. However, for pathways for both fighters as well as more interesting stats like rematch and southpaw stats, check out my in-depth breakdown at MMAJunkie.com, where you can find results this weekend.